Okay, here is my list. Top 10 of my personal favorite movies of the year. Let's go through them. Number 10 on the list, we have Queer, directed by one of my favorite directors, Luca Guadagnino. This is based on a book by the same name by William S. Burroughs. Daniel Craig plays a British expat living in Mexico City in the 50s. He's a deeply insecure man trying to pursue a young man named Allerton, played by Drew Starkey. Now, this movie is not for everyone. It's not meant to be taken literally. It's a movie that has a lot of dreamlike visuals and really cool scenes. One of my favorite uses of a Nirvana song in any movie. Very interesting visually, very original, unique movie that I really loved. Number 9, we have Strange Darling, a small movie that made some considerable waves. Now, before this movie came out, the director and a lot of the actors promoted the movie and told us to go in blind. That's the best way to watch this movie. And that's exactly what I did. I went in blind, and they were right. It's the best way to enjoy this movie. So you should watch it the same way that I did. Just go in blind. I'm not going to tell you anything apart from this is just an indie thriller. Go watch it. Number 8 on the list, we have La Chimera. This is a beautiful Italian movie, gorgeous to look at. Josh O'Connor plays a British archaeologist, fresh out of jail, and he has an uncanny ability to find treasures in graves. And this movie is about a group of grave robbers that steal art from tombs and then resell them. It is an absolutely gorgeous movie, very touching. And I really like this one. A little bit hard to explain this movie, but definitely worth watching. Number 7 on the list is a movie that we as a society have failed, okay? We failed this movie. Furiosa was one of the best IMAX experiences I've ever experienced. Truly a breathtakingly visual movie, so many cool action scenes, great acting, one of the best villains in movies, Dementis. I love this movie. It did not do that well at the box office, which is a crime against humanity, okay? George Miller, the king, directed this, and we should have went to see this. You guys should have went to see this. Disappointed in you. I'm let down. Number 6, we have Nosferatu. Now, this movie isn't for everyone. I personally loved it. This is exactly the kind of stuff that I love. I love gothic horror. This is moody, atmospheric, incredible performance by Lily Rose Depp. Number 5, we have A Real Pain. This is written and directed by Jesse Eisenberg, who also stars in the movie. This is about two cousins making their way through beautiful Poland to honor their dead grandmother. Now, Kieran Culkin is incredible in this movie. I think it's my favorite performance. I think Kieran Culkin should get the Oscar for Best Actor because of his role in this. This is a great movie. It's funny, it's touching, it's sad, and it has great acting. Number 4, we have Love Lies Bleeding, one of my favorite theatrical experiences of the year. This movie was a blast to watch. Kristen Stewart plays a reclusive gym owner who falls in love with a bodybuilder named Jackie, played by Katie O'Brien, and they get involved into a seedy underworld of violence. This movie is so much fun, so many interesting things visually, killer soundtrack, really well made, original. I love this movie. Number 3, we have the movie Challengers, directed by Luca Guadagnino, who shows up on the list again for a second time. He also did Queer, which was number 10. This movie was, again, another movie that was an amazing theatrical experience. The way this movie was filmed, the cinematography, the camera work, so much fun. High octane, adrenaline, incredible score by Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross. They always bring it every time. Great cast. You have Zendaya here, incredible. Mike Feist, Josh O'Connor, who was also in La Chimera. A blast. I saw this in a packed crowd, and during the tennis scenes, you literally see heads bobbing back and forth. People were really into this movie. Number 2 on the list, we have The Substance, my number 1 favorite horror movie of the year. Not only that, one of the best horror movies ever made. This was truly an experience watching this on the big screen. Demi Moore, Margaret Qualley, This movie is not for everyone. It's very bloody. It's very grotesque. But it's also an important movie. It's about women aging in a world where that looks highly down on that, and the incredible things that people will do to curb that. This was really unique and really original movie. I had so much fun watching this. I never saw anything like this before. Like I said, really grotesque and bloody, but it's also really fun. Some parts were even a little bit campy. The audience was laughing, gasping, shrieking. So much fun. And number one on the list is Dune Part 2. This was a phenomenal theatrical experience. This made me feel things I never knew that I could feel. Everything about this movie from beginning to end, a visual masterpiece. Timothée Chalamet here, he's getting a lot of praise for A Complete Unknown, which he was great in, and he could get nominated for that movie, but really, he should get nominated for this. His portrayal of Paul Atreides here, absolutely incredible. What a movie. Denis Villeneuve, he has outdone himself with this. So much passion went into this movie. You could tell Denis Villeneuve and everyone who worked on this movie loves movies and did their best to give you something truly, truly remarkable. Also, the score by Hans Zimmer. I thought I was going to start levitating in the movie theater while watching this. Truly, truly an incredible, incredible experience. I will never forget watching this movie on an IMAX screen. One of my favorite IMAX experiences of all time. And this year I also went to see a reissue of Interstellar, the classic, the masterpiece. And watching the reissue of Interstellar on IMAX and Dune Part 2, those two are my two top favorite theatrical moments of 2024. So Dune Part 2, the best movie of the year, according to me, just some guy. Now, originally this was supposed to be a top 20 list, but TikTok told me the video was too long, so I'm going to tell you the other movies that would have been in my top 20 list, okay? Number 11, Alien Romulus. 12, Smile 2. Number 13, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. 14, A Complete Unknown. 15, Conclave. Love that one. 16, Anora. 17, this is gonna be divisive, but Megalopolis. I had so much fun watching that movie. 18, Baby Girl. 19, Drive Away Dolls. And number 20 on the list, Abigail, a really fun, funny horror movie about a ballerina, a vampire. And those are my favorite movies of 2024. See you at the movies, jackass.